Friends, well, I'm back inside the submarine. So what I'm doing is I'm running my new fuel lines, and so I already got the fuel tank built. That was the last video, and yesterday I had to go to the big city and get some pieces, and then yesterday when I got back from the big city, I drilled these holes. Oh, I'm so glad that's the last holes that I have to drill by hand. I got a habit of putting this really performance edge on the bigger bits. Oh my God, when it grabs, it just wrenches out of my arms. Holy cow. Anyways, enough complaining. It's done. So now I've got the 3 lines to hook up, and oh, I need a tool. So I was careful to put these fittings in such a manner that that they're in enough so that I can install the valves. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Okay, so what I gotta do, I gotta thread tape these. So once I get this all hooked up, then I brought an air chuck on one of the valves, and I got my air hose sticking inside so that I can do a leak test before I run the hoses. Now, somebody did comment saying that I should use aluminum tubing for the fuel line. I don't disagree. I agree completely, but I have to be a little bit budget conscious, having had that big job cancel on us. You see, I'm building this strictly out of cash flow. So if I'm not working, I'm not spending money on this. I'm not using my retirement savings on this at all. So I have to watch my pennies, so to speak. As long as it's not a safety item, then I'm not too worried about it. Now, my daughter, who lives in the big city, is picking up an air tank for me. She might be doing that today, actually, for the emergency air supply. I should have put this thread tape on before I put that on there, but I can manage. It just would have been smarter to do that. Here we go. So, when you do this, you have to be careful that this is in enough that it can rotate without this hitting. Like, you can take the little handle off. So that's closed. That's closed. That's open. So I want to put it on this way, just like so. It's an easy enough job, that's for sure. But once this is done, and I run the fuel lines, that's kind of exciting because I get to finally can test the new hydraulic motor, because the whole engine is hooked up and ready to go. Hydraulics are all hooked up. The only thing I have to do on the engine end is I have to install the kill cable and the throttle cable. The throttle cable's not that important. Actually, when we ran this engine in the little machine, we just had the throttle at one setting and left it there. Okay. So that'll go there. Put the handle back on. Well, maybe I should wait. Oh no, it's okay. I thought I might have to wait until I get the other valve in. So this one is fuel return to the tank. And so another thing I'm going to do, but not right now because I don't have the stuff, I'm going to put a T here, and this is the vent. So when the fuel gets consumed out of the tank, it has to draw air in. So this will come in and then go up as high as I can, and then there's going to be a check valve there, so only air can go in, nothing can come back out. I'm hoping that that's going to work. If not, I'll have to run a line from here all the way along here, and then up into the sail with a U on it and another valve. So it's a pretty big task if this doesn't work. So let's cross our fingers. So anyways, what I was saying is I'm going to put a clear plastic tube there, and that's going to let me know. So the tank is actually a little bit higher than this, so that doesn't matter. I don't care if I know that it's 3/4 full. So the gauge will probably let me know at 3/4, but then this is empty. Like once we get to here, then we know we're empty. So I just want to never run out of fuel. Okay, so now we put this one in. Again, this is not a very big job. I gotta run that fuel line. Oh no. Ugh. I may have to drill some holes. Oh God, I hope not. But, okay, let's not make the same mistake twice, because that means you're stupid. Okay. All right, I don't have my microphone on today, but it's so confined in here, I'm sure it'll be okay. So we'll tighten that guy up. I'm gonna have to do some touch-up painting, because when I welded this, it burnt the paint on the inside, which is a good sign. It means I got good penetration. I also preheated it with a torch. I always try to preheat before I weld. Just helps to ensure that you get really good penetration. Okay, there we go. All right, now we're going to put this one here. Oh, we got to take this handle off. It's kind of comfy working up here. Oh my God. I had to disconnect a whole bunch of stuff in the back so that I could weld on the inside of the engine compartment as well. So that needs touch-up paint as well, but I had to undo some hydraulic stuff, so I got, oh, it's messy back there. I just hate that. So I'm gonna grab some newspapers and put it in there today, and then tomorrow it'll all be soaked up. That works really good, because I don't wanna have oil everywhere. I just hate that. Okay, so this goes this way. Pretty close. That's okay. Close is fine. People ask me when I move a house, how much room do I need? All I need is an extra 1/2 inch sometimes. As long as the house fits, we're good. So it's the same with this. As long as this guy can rotate, that's fine. I could turn this some more to gain some room. I think I'll go one more turn. You gotta be careful because this brass can crack. So I'm gonna stop at this turn, even though I could probably squeeze another one out of it. I mean, there's no pressure on this. So this one is the fuel suction. This is what feeds the engine. Okay, getting a little cramped. So I'm just gonna tighten that guy a little bit. Just like so. So that's open. That's closed. Look at that. Ooh, that looks okay, doesn't it? Okay. So let's just close those. We'll put this air chuck fitting on. Hopefully I can get that on there. Oh yeah. Okay. Now, so I do have a tricky situation here, and that is, this is the size, which is really tiny, for the return line, and this is the 1/4 inch line. This is the new hose. We got 25 feet. I hope that's enough. Ooh, I think I can just clamp that. So I'm going to need a joiner. So what I was going to do, I'll probably do this anyways because it's a little, it could be, you see, it's a little loose. So I got this, so I can do this, and I can put this size here, right? Plug that in, and then this can go onto the engine hose. So that'll be good. That's supposed to be 1/4 inch hose. Okay, sure it is. Okay, so now I have to decide if I want to just have this vent one come in like this, or do I want to put this 45 in? I kind of like that idea. Let's see here. That goes like that, and then that goes like that. Yeah, that's, let me see here. Yeah, that looks a little better because it's horizontal now. And then from here, I can do a 90 and then have the check valve right up onto the top of the hull. So that's what I'll do. I am completely out of number 4 JIC hydraulic fittings. I never thought that would happen because I have a lot of spare fittings. But I had to really scrounge today to find the very last one that I have. So I did manage to get the fuel tank all hooked up and installed. Well, it's actually just sitting there. It's not installed because if I have a leak on the outside on one of these fittings, it's harder to get at with the fuel tank there. So just do it in a logical order. You know, I'm really running out of things to do. I'm going to be looking at cushions pretty soon for the floor. I might just steal them out of my cabin cruiser boat that I have sitting here. Okay, so now we can thread tape that. There is like no pressure on that. So I guess my one concern would be the tank, if it's completely full, does not have room for expansion, like pressure. Like, you know how a jerry can is sitting out in the sun, it swells up. So this has no pressure relief. So I got to really think about what I'm going to do about that. So if it's sitting out in the sun full, because this check valve only lets air go one way. And I'm going to have the valves closed when the submarine is parked. Mind you, the fuel tank is in a pretty warm or pretty cool spot. So after I take it for a trip and come back, I just won't put fuel in it. That's what I'll do. I won't fuel it up until I'm ready to go the next time. So that there's airspace in there. So if there's airspace, it can easily absorb the pressure, because the propane tank is good for 150 psi easily. And I know jerry cans never have to take that pressure. Okay. Actually, this is the one I should hook the airline to, isn't it? Okay, let's just put that like that. So the valve You see, you're not going to hit your head or anything on these, so this is good. So that guy will go there, just like so. And there's no hoses hooked up to this, so that's just fine right there. Okay, so that's closed. So I'll open this one. I'll take this air chuck here. I'll put it here. Excuse me. We'll give that a little tighten. Okay, so now I think I've got about 100 pounds of air pressure in the little tank outside. Filling. I guess I have the filler cap tight enough, it's just finger tight. So let's just give this a soak test. I actually carry one of these in a submarine all the time. So before I do a dive in the little tiny subs that I usually have, I just pull this out and I do a test. Also makes it smell nice. Look at that. No leaks, partners. No leaks at all. Beautiful. Okay, I'll dry that off. Okay, I'm happy with that. That looks all right, eh? I mean, I'm gonna have to obviously touch up that paint because you can see it's burnt, but that's sure no big deal. Little paintbrush and some touch-up paint. So now I gotta put this 1/4 inch fitting on for the fuel line. I'm gonna have to dig out another one of these. Unless, oh no, I can use that one, okay. But I'll still need one more for the other end, but I think I have a bunch of these. Whenever I go to the hydraulics store where I buy all this stuff, I always buy a couple of extra of whatever I'm buying. It doesn't matter what it is, I buy a couple extra. Because this stuff is not expensive. And with the price of gas now, holy smokes. We always take my wife's car to get this stuff and it gets 45 miles to the gallon, thank God. Because it's an hour trip to go get this stuff one way. Okay, I'm gonna have to get a knife from the back to cut that off, but I don't need to do that yet. That guy's gonna go there. This is gonna be a nice clean installation. Now what I gotta do, when I'm flush with cash, I'll get some little stickers and what each one of these does. That always looks really good. Okay. I sure like my lighting. Look at this, see? See how it's on magnets? Isn't that nice? Jeez, I like that. Really happy with my lighting in here. Okay, so let's close this, take that off. So when I come back from lunch, I can check to make sure that there's still lots of pressure there. There's some moisture in there. Oh, that's because there was some, I took this from the back, so I got diesel fumes in here now. Bugger, that was dumb. Whew. Okay, and then this one here, let's just check to make sure it fits this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get out of here. That's pretty diesel-y. Whoa. It's diesel vapor. That's probably not good for me. Nobody likes a coward though, right? Okay. I actually have a box fan that I set up here and I flow air through when I'm working in here. It's actually a breeze coming in through the front window opening. Come on. There we go. That looks good, eh? Let's tighten that guy up. I got a bunch of magnets. So like I got a magnet stick right here to hold this, but it can hold a fuel line as well. I can add one more magnet to hold the other fuel line. I think I might come across here and then drop down and go under the floor all the way to the back. Then I don't have to worry about drilling. I really don't want to drill. I really twisted my shoulder today drilling this one from inside. Okay. Oh, I just tickled pink with that. Holy cow. So I got this hose on Amazon. It's amazing. I mean, we pay so much for stuff at the local parts stores. This was half the price. That guy can go there like so, right? Then it can catch that magnet. Can go across here, drop down, go right to the back. I hope it reaches 25 feet. I think it's close to 12 feet from here to there, and if I drop down, I'm going to lose a bit. Oh well, we'll see what happens. I can always add a piece to this if I have to. I actually have a joiner where I can double it up. Okay, that's going to be it, gang. It's lunchtime. I've been working hard all morning, so I'm going to go have some lunch. Then I'm going to run these lines, put some newspaper back there, soak up that. Oh God, I hate that mess. I just hate. I'm an absolute lover of hydraulics and an absolute hater of hydraulic fluid. So look at this. You see this? This is too funny. This is a spare mirror for my square body Chevy. And the reason it's in here is there's a little spot I couldn't see to weld. So I put the mirror down there and I welded it by looking in the mirror. I've never done that. And I actually watched some YouTube videos. It's actually a thing when guys are welding boiler pipes, but they're TIG welding. And so they set up a mirror and it's all fancy little brackets. Then they can TIG weld around the backside in a boiler because there's just no room. It's really tricky though because it's all in reverse. Anyways, that's it guys. I'll see you next time. Ciao.